called me.
Once you had that information, what did you do?
I called my supervisor and then responded to Duxbury.
And where in Duxbury did you respond? That included
I went to
that room in particular?
Yes.
I'd like to move to submit the scene video from the home as the next exhibit.
Any objection? No. That may be admitted.
Here's where this testimony starts getting especially important. The witness is walking the court through the timeline of January 24th into the early morning hours of January 25th, 2023. He says he learned about the incident at approximately 6:45 p.m., was contacted by the duty lieutenant, notified his supervisor, and then responded to the Duxbury police station. From there, he was told he would be the case officer, and after obtaining a search warrant, he went to 47 Summer Street sometime between 3 and 4 in the morning. But notice something crucial. He is very specific about what he did not do. He says other officers conducted the search, while his role was to observe the house and later walk through the scene after the search. Then the focus shifts to the master bedroom, where he recalls seeing blood on the floor. The prosecution introduces the scene video to let the evidence speak for itself. And that matters, because courtroom testimony can be challenged, memories can be imperfect, and visual evidence can either reinforce or undermine what a witness remembers. So as you watch the next portion, pay close attention to the difference between what this witness recalls and what the actual recorded scene appears to show. Is the video consistent with his memory? And when the evidence is presented side by side with testimony, which one carries more weight for you?
I want to direct your attention to January 24th, 2023. Did you learn that day of an incident that had happened at 47 Summer Street in Duxbury?
I did.
What time did you learn about that, approximately?
About 6:45 p.m. PM.
And how did you learn that information?
The duty lieutenant in the state police headquarters in Middleborough called me.
Once you had that information, what did you do?
I called my supervisor and then responded to Duxbury.
And where in Duxbury did you respond?
I went to Duxbury Police Station.
And at that point in time, did you know that you were going to be the case officer for this case?
Not when I responded, but at the police station, I was informed I was going to be.
And at some point in time, did you go to 47 Summer Street in Duxbury?
I did.
And when was that?
After I got a search warrant, I went to the house. It was probably, I think, around early morning, between 3 and 4, sometime like that.
Between 3 and 4 a.m.?
Yes.
So it'd be the early morning hours of January 25th, 2023?
Yes.
And did you take part in the search of the home?
I did not.
What was your role there at the home that night, or in the early morning hours?
I just went to observe the house, just to see what the scene in the house looked like.
So other officers were conducting the search?
Yes.
At the scene, did you eventually walk through the house?
Yes.
And was that before or after the search was executed?
After the search.
At some point in time, did you go into the master bedroom on the second floor?
Yes.
And what did you observe in that room?
I remember a tent style, like covering a crib, I believe. There was a mirror in front of me. To the left, there was the bed. And then I remember blood on the floor.
And you said to the left, but pointed with your right arm?
No, it was my left hand.
Your left, okay.
Yes.
All right. So you go into the bedroom, and what do you see anything on the floor, on the walls, the bedding, anything?
Yes, just going off of memory, I remember there was blood on the floor, and the mirror was kind of like straight ahead from the entrance of the door.
Okay. And was a video taken of the house that included that room in particular?
Yes.
I'd like to move to submit the scene video from the home as the next exhibit.
Any objection? No. That may be admitted.
264. And if we could play the portion of the video for the master bedroom.
Sure.
Now we have a significant shift from memory to physical evidence. The witness was asked directly whether he saw blood sprayed across the bedroom walls, and his answer was no. He then agreed that the video showed the bedroom walls without visible spatter. That distinction is important. The testimony establishes what the witness personally observed and what the recording appeared to show, without us needing to speculate beyond the transcript. The questioning then moves outside, where photographs are used to focus the court's attention on the upstairs window and several red-brown stains on the exterior of the home. The witness confirms that the window screen was pushed up and that the stains were present when he arrived in the early morning hours. Those photographs were then admitted over objection. That doesn't automatically tell us what caused the stains or what legal conclusion the court should draw from them. That would require additional evidence and context. But strategically, this is clearly about building a picture of the physical scene. What do you think is more persuasive here? A witness describing what he remembers, or photographs that allow the court to examine the scene for itself?
Thank you. Sir, when you went into the master bedroom, did you see blood sprayed all over the walls and everywhere?
No.
And fair to say that the video shows all of the walls in the bedroom and doesn't show any spatter or anything on the walls?
Yes.
Did you also go outside into the backyard and look at the exterior of the home?
Yes.
We could have the photos, please.
And now the questioning introduces another important category of evidence: prescription medication. According to the testimony, investigators learned during the investigation that the defendant was taking psychiatric medication, and that information was communicated to the witness in connection with preparing the search warrant. The witness confirms that prescription medication was therefore included in the warrant. But there is an equally important limitation in his testimony. When asked whether investigators knew at that point that the defendant had crushed up pills and taken them that night, he answered no. That distinction matters because it separates what investigators knew at the time from information that may have emerged later. The testimony then turns to pill bottles that Patrick Clancy brought to state police, reportedly from the center console of his truck, as well as pills reportedly found in a nightstand drawer in the master bedroom. So we now have several threads being developed: scene evidence, the bedroom, the exterior window area, and medication evidence. The big question is how those individual pieces fit together, and whether the broader evidence supports the conclusions each side wants the court to reach. What do you think? Does this testimony clarify the timeline, or does it raise even more questions?
If we could zoom in on the top window. Does this photo show the condition of the upstairs window, the second floor window that leads to the master bedroom?
Yes.
And the screen there in the video, is that how it was when you saw it that night?
Yes.
Pushed up?
Yes.
And if we could see the next photo. Maybe go back to the first one. Actually, we can go back, yes, to the first one and zoom in the middle there between the two windows. And these areas of red-brown stains on the exterior of the house, did you observe those that night on in the early morning hours of January 25th, 2023?
Yes.
And then the third photo, please. We could zoom in on in there. Would this be, this third photo, would this be the first floor window below the master bedroom window?
Yes.
And these red-brown stains on the shingles and then on the window ledge there, were those there in the early morning hours of January 25th, 2023?
Yes.
Could we have these three photos marked as the next exhibit on the disc?
Any objection? No. Aye. They may be admitted.
Exhibit 265. Now, as the investigation proceeded, did you learn, or did other officers learn from Patrick Clancy that the defendant was on some psychiatric medication?
Yes.
And was that information relayed to you in terms of preparing the search warrant?
Yes.
And is that why you included prescription medication in the search warrant?
Yes.
At that point in time, did you or any of the other officers know that the defendant had crushed up pills and taken them that night?
No.
At some point in time, did Patrick Clancy bring pill bottles to the state police and turn them over?
Yes, he did.
And where did he say those were from?
In the center console of his truck, not the top section, the section underneath it.
Did he tell you at some point that pills had been found in the nightstand drawer?
Yes, he did.
And that was in the master bedroom?
Yes.
Let's step back and separate the evidence from the emotion. In this portion of the transcript, the witness describes responding after learning of the January 24, 2023 incident, becoming the case officer, obtaining a search warrant, and going to 47 Summer Street in the early morning hours of January 25th. He testified that other officers conducted the search and that he later observed the home, including the master bedroom. His testimony addressed blood on the floor, the absence of visible blood spatter on the bedroom walls, the condition of the upstairs window and screen, and red-brown stains documented in photographs that were admitted into evidence. The testimony then moved to prescription medication, including what investigators knew when the warrant was prepared and what was learned later about pill bottles and pills reportedly found in the master bedroom. Importantly, this excerpt does not contain a final ruling on the ultimate merits of the case, so we should not invent a verdict or judicial conclusion that is not shown here. What it does provide is a detailed snapshot of the prosecution's presentation of scene and investigative evidence. And that's exactly why courtroom evidence has to be examined piece by piece rather than judged from one dramatic moment. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.